clash between Isaac Pitbull, Cruz of Mexico, and Thomas Mattice of the United States was a classic example of contrasting boxing styles meeting inside the ring. Cruz entered the fight with a reputation for relentless pressure, compact power punches, and an aggressive Mexican fighting spirit that constantly pushes opponents backward. Mattice, on the other hand, came in known for his speed, movement, and technical boxing skills, relying on angles and footwork rather than raw power. From the opening bell, the difference in approach was clear. Cruz immediately took the center of the ring, cutting off space and forcing the action, while Mattice attempted to stay light on his feet, circling and looking for clean counterpunches. The early moments set the tone for a tense and physical contest, as both fighters tried to impose their game plan. For fans watching the highlights, this opening phase showcased high energy, sharp jabs, and the intensity that made the matchup exciting from the start. As the fight progressed, Isaac Cruz began to demonstrate why he is considered one of the most dangerous pressure fighters in his weight class. He consistently moved forward behind a tight guard, slipping punches and digging powerful hooks to the body. Cruz's body work was especially important, as it slowly reduced Mattice's movement and limited his ability to escape along the ropes. Every time Mattice tried to reset in the center, Cruz stepped in with short, explosive combinations that landed with visible impact. Mattice showed toughness and composure, responding with quick counters and sharp straight punches that reminded viewers of his technical ability. However, the physical strength and constant pressure of Cruz started to shift the momentum. The highlights from these rounds emphasize Cruz's ability to close distance and fight effectively at close range, making the bout increasingly difficult for the American boxer. Midway through the fight, the tempo intensified and the exchanges became more heated. Cruz continued to press forward, using head movement and aggressive footwork to trap Mattice against the ropes. His punches were compact but powerful, especially the left hook, which repeatedly found its target. Mattice, to his credit, showed resilience and heart, refusing to be overwhelmed easily. He attempted to fight back with combinations and tried to re-establish his jab, but Cruz's pressure rarely allowed him the space to box comfortably. The crowd reaction, even through highlights, reflected the excitement of these moments, as every exchange carried the possibility of a dramatic turning point. This phase of the fight highlighted Cruz's growing dominance and Mattice's determination to survive and compete against a physically imposing opponent. In the later stages, Isaac Cruz's conditioning and relentless style became even more apparent. While Mattice continued to show courage, the cumulative effect of body shots and constant pressure began to slow him down. Cruz maintained his intensity, throwing punches in combinations and refusing to give his opponent time to recover. His ring control was impressive, as he consistently dictated where the fight took place. Mattice relied on defense and experience to stay in the contest, blocking and slipping shots whenever possible, but the pace set by Cruz was difficult to match. The highlights from this part of the fight underlined Cruz's evolution as a fighter, not just a brawler, but a disciplined pressure boxer who understands timing, angles, and sustained attack. It was a strong demonstration of why Cruz was rising quickly on the international boxing scene. The fight between Isaac Cruz and Thomas Mattice ultimately served as an important moment in both fighters' careers. For Cruz, it reinforced his reputation as a powerful and aggressive contender capable of breaking down skilled opponents with pressure and endurance. His performance showed maturity, discipline, and a clear understanding of how to execute a game plan against a technical boxer. For Mattice, the fight displayed his toughness, professionalism, and willingness to face dangerous opposition, even when the odds were challenging. Boxing fight highlights of this bout capture more than just punches. They tell the story of contrasting styles, heart, and determination inside the ring. The matchup remains a memorable example of how pressure and power can overcome movement and technique, making it a compelling watch for boxing fans who appreciate intense and action-packed fights. One of the most impressive aspects of this fight was Isaac Cruz's mental strength and focus throughout the bout. Even when Mattice managed to land clean shots or momentarily slow the pace, Cruz never lost his composure or aggression. He stayed disciplined, avoided unnecessary risks, and continued to apply smart pressure rather than reckless attacks. This level of control showed Cruz's growth as a professional fighter, proving that he could adapt in the ring while maintaining his trademark intensity. The highlights capture moments where Cruz patiently waited for openings, then exploded with fast combinations that kept Mattice under constant threat. From a broader perspective, this fight also highlighted the timeless appeal of boxing's classic style clash, pressure fighter versus technical boxer. Isaac Cruz represented the traditional Mexican warrior style, built on toughness, body punching, and forward momentum, while Thomas Mattice embodied the American approach of movement, timing, and precision. Although Cruz's pressure ultimately defined the fight, Mattice's resistance added depth and competitiveness to the contest. Together, they delivered a bout that boxing fans could appreciate for both its action and strategy. These final moments in the highlights remind viewers why such matchups remain essential to the sport's excitement and legacy.